my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and I am in a remote location, as you can tell, here with my two friends, Jenni.
Hello.
And Jenni's daughter, Annalise. We did some thrifting. As you all know, I'm having my filming studio built at my house, and my sewing room and normal filming areas are in complete disarray and under construction. So we're here at a remote location to film today's video that is all about thrifting. Got a lot of requests for that, so that is what we're here to talk about. We have 10 tips, our top 10 thrifting tips that we're going to be sharing with you today. But before we get into that, we did film some on this thrifting adventure. My daughter was also with us. She is not obviously here in the video today. Yeah, she's
taking a break.
She's taking a break. She had a sleepover last night. It's not pretty. Okay, so real quickly, we'll show you our thrifting day yesterday. Hello, everyone. Jenni and I are here at Goodwill with our mini-me's. There's Jenni's mini-me, there's my mini-me, and we're here to do some thrifting. So we probably aren't going to talk to you in the store, but we are going to film our B-roll, and we will go through with you our tips and tricks for thrifting. But we are at our best Goodwill first, and we're going to hit up a few today. What's the plan, Jenni?
There's gonna be open mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for a few certain things.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing I'm excited about is that I have seen a lot of people cleaning out closets and a lot of lines in the drop-off.
Yes.
So I am going in completely open-minded.
Love it. Annalise, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for any sort of interesting pieces to add to my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Because I just did a big wardrobe clean out.
Yeah.
And also anything that's cashmere.
Oh, love it. Ava, what are you looking for?
I'm just here to be here.
Whatever the mood strikes when we find things in your color palette. Love it. Love it. And yeah, I'm just kind of here to see what, neat and unique pieces. Okay, let's tackle the day. Mother and daughter have had success. Jenni's dress is also Cynthia Rowley, and Annalise's jumpsuit is Urban Outfitters. Look how cute they are. And yes, we are trying things on in the middle of the store.
You always gotta wear your leggings.
So that was our day. We had a wonderful time and we hit the jackpot.
We really did. Unexpected. Completely
yes,
unexpected.
It was.
It was such a good thrift day. Like, I don't think I've thrifted that long since, like, 4 years ago.
We had to stop for a coffee break and a little snack break. It was a really good thrifting day, and all four of us had a lot of fun. My daughter and Annalise are the same age and good buddies, so it works really, really well.
So this all got started because I was cleaning out my closet over the holiday, and I was dropping a bunch of things off to Goodwill, which is the charity shop in our area, and I noticed all these vehicles were lined up and they were unloading things, and I was like, oh, maybe there's some good stuff. So we're going to talk about thrifting today and the difference between thrifting and consignment, because we use those words interchangeably.
We do, and not all of you are aware of what those are. I know people outside of the U.S. are consignment, and that can get confusing on the terminology.
So consignment is if I were to clean out my closet and I had some nice things and I took it to a store and I said, would you like to go through my basket of nice things? And they'd say, yeah, we'd like 3 out of the 10 things you brought us. And then they put it on their rack and they get 60% and I get 40% of the sale price. That's consignment. Yeah. Which we love.
We do.
We have a couple great shops in our area.
It's more expensive.
Yeah, it's more expensive. I would say things run between $8 and $25.
Yeah.
But it's also a lot nicer of things, too.
Yes.
A little more current.
Much less digging, like you would do in, like, a thrift store, but a lot more of current goods.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we do find good things there.
We do.
But today we're going to talk about thrift. And thrift in our area, the main store is Goodwill. But there are areas that have Salvation Armies. There's charity shops with different organizations and churches. So lots of opportunity. But basically what thrift is that if I were to clean out my closet, I just take the bag and I leave everything there and I don't get anything in return except for a clean closet.
Exactly. Yes.
A clean closet.
Yeah.
So we decided to go thrifting, and I wanted to share with you guys my top 10 thrift tips. Tip number 1, go with an open mind.
Always.
Because if you go in thinking that you are looking for a white shirt or a black pair of pants, you will never find what you're looking for, and you will overlook some other treasures.
Yeah.
So you have to keep an open mind about what you're looking for.
Also, what section you're looking into. Like, you don't just stick to your own size. A lot of the time.
We'll get to that.
You're jumping ahead of the set.
Oh my gosh.
That's later. I have notes.
I didn't read the notes.
She missed the pre-production
I
planning
also
meeting.
want to say, when you see things on my Instagram reels, like the intern's day out and that sort of thing, Annalise is the intern. This is the face behind the intern reels.
Yes.
So yeah, like those reels. It gives us some really good happiness. So that's my number one tip. Go with an open mind.
Yes.
Number two tip, go know your area. So we live on the north side of Indianapolis. And there are, I can think of right now, off the top of my head, 3 Goodwill shops within 5 miles of our house.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we have known from experience that we like to go to one for clothing and we like to go to a different one for housewares. I don't know why this is, but that's just kind of how it works out. Maybe the people who live in that area or the turnover of I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
A lot of it is also like some parts just get so overpicked. So like, you don't go to that Goodwill very much unless you're like there right when it opens because it gets so overpicked.
Yeah.
So many people
That
coming
does
in.
happen. That does happen a lot. But the cool thing about knowing your area is that you can get a lot of secondhand things that are specific to your area. So I want to share with you some of the things that we picked up during our haul this week. I'm going to start off with number one. We are in the United States, and I found this Nike full zip Olympic Team USA. What do you call this? Jacket?
Just a
Warm-up jacket.
zip up.
Got it for
Yeah.
my husband because he works from home and he wears a lot of black, and so I thought, well, maybe he could wear white on his video. He'll have coffee on this
In no time.
in a week. In a week. And then also our high school, you'll find things that, maybe your child is graduated and you're not so much a team, on the teams anymore. I also got this for him. It has our high school's logo on it.
Yep.
So he can wear it to all of Annalise's events.
Sporting events.
Go team.
Go team.
That will start here in the spring.
Yeah.
And we also have a lot of, we'll see Indianapolis Colts. We will see Indiana University, Purdue, Ball State, Butler, Notre Dame, because this is the area we live in.
Yeah.
But you got to keep your eyes open, because you know what I found? In Indiana, an Alabama sweatshirt. And there is someone near and dear to our heart who goes there, so I, of course, bought that sweatshirt.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I know someone out there is going to be like, go Tigers. Well, roll Tide. Yes. So I would also say that, so you scope out lots of stores. And if you're on vacation and it happens to rain, it's a really good way to spend a rainy afternoon.
Oh my gosh, my best thrift finds have happened when we're not in our state at all. We were in North Carolina on vacation, and it was raining so much, and we went to this thrift store, and I found the most amazing vintage oversized blazer that I probably would have not found if it wasn't raining. We didn't go thrifting.
Exactly.
So that's tip number 2, know your area.
Yeah.
All right. Tip number 3, check for quality. In our area, we have a lot of professionals, and people cycle through clothes. And really, people aren't dressing as business professional as they used to.
Exactly.
So the clothes aren't as worn out as, say, like jeans and shirts that be more physical work. So keep an eyeball out for those professional style clothes if you need to refresh your wardrobe. One of the things that I got is from Ann Taylor, and it's not ironed. I just ran it through the washing machine. But it's a blouse that I can wear to work. I can dress it up. I can dress it down. And that was pretty sweet. And I also bought another blouse that I can wear underneath a blazer. I don't know where you buy this line.
It's Cynthia Rowley. She does sewing patterns for Vogue. It's a designer. Yeah, she's a designer. It's a designer.
It wasn't
I don't know,
dry
like
clean only
Macy's.
shirt,
You can probably
so-
get it at Macy's.
Oh yeah,
Or,
I washed it and then I read the tag and it said dry clean only. But
Is
it's
it rayon?
I don't think it really shrunk. I kind of just
Yeah.
gave it a tug and said, well.
It should be fine. Yeah, as long as you do it.
I will say that these shirts at our Goodwill, it's interesting because one of our Goodwills is more expensive than the other. They're not
Yes, also,
consistently
yes.
priced. I would say these shirts were probably $4.99 a piece.
Yeah, but at
Yeah.
one of the Goodwills, they might have been like $6.99.
Yeah.
Because one of them is very overpriced sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, and in terms of those fancy things, this is something Annalise got.
Oh my goodness. I'm very excited.
You want to talk about it?
Well, we always love looking for cashmere at Goodwill, and I found some cashmere, and I don't know, I just thought it would be a good wardrobe piece, something that I can wear something that can be dressed up or down, just because of like the more classic nature of it. So
It's a little preppy aesthetic.
And it's so rewarding to see the younger generation recognizing the quality fabrics.
And it's soft.
Because you picked out silk as
I
well.
found like 4 or 5 silk shirts
Yeah.
when we were thrifting. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, and actually that leads me into my next my next spot is talking about the fabrics, because
Yeah.
we often shop with our eyes, but now, because you are all seamstresses and you know your fabrics, shop
Oh my
with those fingers.
Yeah.
Let them
Yes.
feel the cashmere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You'll be
like,
able to tell
boom.
between merino and
There it
cashmere
is.
like that. Both wonderful,
Both wonderful.
but yeah, you'll be able to discern.
Yes, it's
It's okay. Lost
alright.
the thought.
yeah, that's my train of thought. But it's sometimes it is worth going through the rack, like all of an entire rack, because you never know. You might just think it's a black sweater, but it could be a
Yeah.
black cashmere sweater,
Yeah.
or like it could be like between some things that you might not see. So really going through and finding, like digging deep, because that's where you're gonna find the best stuff.
Yeah.
You can also just kind of run your fingers, is which I did,
Oh,
which
right.
is how I found this dress. And it is a silk dress. I'm gonna look inside. Oh, it's
also Cynthia Rowley.
100%
Yeah.
silk. A little tank dress I can wear this
In her
summer.
color palette.
And look, here's the TJ Maxx tag still on it,
Oh my gosh. Yes.
right?
It's never worn.
And so it was $39 at TJ Maxx. I got it for $8
Yeah.
at the Goodwill.
Yeah.
Those are one of them I didn't take the tag off yet. It also says dry clean only, but
Oh no, we
I
wash
feel
silk.
we wash silk.
We wash.
We
We,
wash
do.
silk.
We wash silk. And you've got a vacation coming up with your husband. This will be perfect on the beach.
Oh, I can't even wait.
Let's talk a little bit too about trying on clothes. In our area, and this may not be the case for Goodwills everywhere, but they have completely eliminated the dressing rooms. They don't even
Yeah.
have them. In one of the Goodwills, they've even ripped them out. Ever since COVID, they've just not redone that. So how do we dress?
How do we dress? So, Whitney was just saying that our Goodwills, the dressing rooms are closed or removed since COVID.
Yes.
And so, if you want to be one of those people that try stuff on before you go in, we have some tips on dressing. So, I typically wear a tank top, a regular bra, not a sports bra, because that gives me an idea of how blouses will fit, and then leggings. Something that I can slip a skirt on or slip shorts on over. I don't buy pants at the Goodwill just because I just haven't historically had good luck, so I don't even bother looking at that. But I can slip a dress over that and still be covered and decent and not attract too much attention to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's, and definitely you can layer other stuff over.
Oh, yeah.
Like your tank top and leggings. So like usually I'll wear like a sweatshirt, or you wore like a denim shirt the other day. So it's really like, sometimes it is nice to know if stuff fits, because it really determines whether or not you buy it. Like, let's say I was looking for these overalls and I really wanted to know if they would fit me because I'm more of a long-waisted person. So being able to try them on and being like, oh yeah, they do fit like through the waist and stuff, that works out really well for me.
We need to have a twirl of Annalise in these overalls.
Oh, we will.
gosh.
We will. I'll
Okay.
have Annalise do a quick stand up here in just a second, because they're good.
By the way, everything Annalise is wearing, she
I got
got at
yesterday.
Thrift.
Yes.
This sweater and these overalls, I found both at yesterday while we were thrifting.
Yeah. It was a good day.
It was a
It was so
great,
good. Oh my
great
gosh.
day. So keep an eye. So back to tip. Gosh, we're only on tip 3.
Oh, let's keep going, girls.
Tip for quality. So keep an eye out for good fabric and leather and suede, and look in all the sizes. All the sizes.
Yeah.
There's a few things though that we would pass up, and that's tip number 4. Pass it up. There's a few things that I personally don't even bother with at the Goodwill because there's plenty of in my closet. T-shirts.
Yeah.
A lot of them are pilled, stained.
Yeah.
Maybe someone wore them to paint something or be in the garden. And it's not even really worth my time because I don't need another 5K t-shirt in my life. Or unless it's something that's really snarky.
Or unless you're specifically looking for clothes to paint in or something, then that makes sense.
Right, absolutely.
But yeah.
So I pass up t-shirts. I also move quickly past misshapen things. So, and we see a lot of shrunken sweaters this time of year.
So many. Yes.
So many.
So many shrunken sweaters, which I'm sure will be a treasure for someone if they're making something out of felted wool.
Right. So many felted sweaters.
I mean, it could still be a treasure.
If the sweater's hanging like this on the hanger, it's felted, and just pass it out.
Yeah, and it also looks like it's about the size of a infant.
Right.
The last thing I would say is that kind of give your clothes a sniff, because if it comes from the home of a smoker or and has a heavy pet scent, that might not come out in your wash, no matter if you OxyClean it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So that's tip number 4.
And
Feel free to pass some stuff up.
Yeah.
one last thing to add is also we're getting a lot more fast fashion brands at our stores.
Ooh.
So if you see something that maybe like just doesn't feel as high of quality, even though like there might not be a tag on it, or maybe it even is a brand that you know, because a lot of brands are shifting towards more fast fashion stuff, you can always pass it up if it's not high quality, or if it's not like something that if you want to wear it for a long time and you know it's going to fall apart, feel free to pass it up. But if you do find something you're like, oh, I really just need a black tank top, and there's like a black tank top from a brand that you know isn't the highest quality, like get it. You need a black tank top.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. So there you go. Tip number 4, pass those things up. Tip number 5, know your needs. So like I said, I went through my closet. I took a couple big bags to Goodwill, took a big bag to consignment, took a bag to... I went thrifting yesterday, and I bought this sweater.
wow,
Check it out, guys.
That looks so similar.
Doesn't it? It's really soft.
Are they both cashmere?
We think this one's wool.
Yeah.
We think this
But
one's
merino.
merino.
I think it's nice.
So totally different.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yes.
So yeah, know what your needs are. You might not need 2 teal blue sweaters.
Or maybe you do.
Or maybe you do. So just, know what you have and have what you use. If you need 7 pairs of black pants, go for it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you can skip that part. I would also say, look for stuff and try it on, make sure you like how it fits. So if it doesn't fit right, don't try to make something out of something that you're not going to be comfortable in.
Yeah.
Unless you're planning on refashioning. We'll get into that more later.
And I would also say there's one other way that I would say if you want to do duplicates, and that's if you are a collector. Say you love cowboy boots.
Yes.
Yes. I always see cowboy boots.
Dale of Norway sweaters.
Never have I seen one at the Goodwill.
But someone sent me an email. They found a Dale of Norway sweater on the Goodwill website and sent it to me. But by the time I saw the email, the sweater had gone off the site and we missed it.
And then she told me, so I couldn't be too upset.
Yes.
I couldn't be too upset. This brings us into the next tip, which is ignore your size labels.
Yeah.
Annalise, you had said that you found these in the double extra large section.
Not only ignoring the labels that are on your clothes, but like where they are in sections. Like I'm not gonna stop going through a section at like the mediums, because that's what you usually wear, like mediums and lower. But like I'm gonna keep going because sometimes stuff is misplaced. Like this was misplaced. It's like a small, but it was in the extra large section. So it's kind of just going through. You don't always have to touch everything in all those sections, but going through and be like, this might fit me, and then maybe. Even if it does say that it's a large, it might still fit you. Like sizing is so arbitrary. You never know what's gonna fit.
Absolutely,
especially with vintage things that are older.
Yeah. Also, I would say if you're in the women's section, check the men's section and vice versa, because you will often find things that get flip-flopped in the store. I'm guilty of it, picking some stuff up and then like, I don't want this, and just sticking it back on the rack. So there are places I always check when I go to Goodwill every single time. I walk in the door and I go to these few places every single time. I always check coats and blazers. Always.
Yes.
And guys, the Goodwill happiness was smiling down on me, because all those capsule wardrobe things.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hey, you need a moto jacket in your capsule wardrobe, and I'm like, do I?
Yeah.
Do I? I don't know. I found one.
You do need one.
In her color palette.
In my color palette.
Moonlit Spring color palette, pale gray.
And guys,
perfectly.
It was $9.99.
Yeah.
So good.
It is not leather, it's vegan leather. And do you want to tell you what vegan leather is?
Leather.
But I don't know how much I'm going to wear it, but for $9, I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm
Yeah.
going to give it a whirl. Another place where we stop is belts, and we found a belt for Ava.
We did. Ava got what I thought was a ridiculously small belt, but come to find out, it fits the daughters just fine. A leopard calf hair belt. It's beautiful.
And belts at our store are 99 cents.
Yeah.
So are scarves. So I
Yeah.
always check belts and
Yep.
scarves.
Yes.
I am still on
Men's
the hunt.
neckties.
Men's, you have a problem with men's
I
neckties.
do.
I am still on the hunt for a belt that's like a natural light leather color to
Yeah.
match my buff colored boots.
Yeah.
So I've found that. I always check, I've got notes here in my lap. Long sleeve sweaters. Always check the long sleeve sweaters.
Yeah.
Always check the long sleeve shirts for me, because that's stuff I can wear and layer to the office. And finally, we always check dresses. Because you just never know where you find. We found a ton of dresses for Ava this time.
We did. Things that I don't think I'm even gonna have to touch, like for altering or anything.
No.
Stuff that she's just gonna be able to wear, just as is.
So that's tip number 7. Always check those. Always check those areas. Get your hamster trail down and get it going.
Yep.
Tip number 8. We talk a lot about fabrics. We talk a lot about textiles, but don't forget the durable goods.
Yes.
Okay, especially if you have maybe broken a lid to something.
Yes.
You can often find a new lid to a piece of Corningware.
Yep.
Or a
Pyrex.
Yes, yes. There is an item that I collect. I actually don't have one here, but it is made by Pyrex or Corning, and it was called a Grab It. It was very big in the late 70s and 80s, and when I see one, I grab them.
You grab it.
She
To the
grabs
point where
grab
my
it.
husband said to me last week, how many do we really need? And I was like, well, you just never know.
No, you never
They
know.
don't make them anymore. And I looked on eBay and they're like worth $40 if somebody wants to pay for that. But I spend like $2.99.
Yeah.
So I always check those things. I always look for handmade pottery. Always.
Yeah.
Always look for handmade pottery. We can find some really cool bowls.
Bring my cross stitch piece.
Oh, Whitney got this amazing.
Stay tuned. A cross stitch piece that is stunning. It's like a art piece, and it was taped to the back of a mat. I've pulled it off, and I'm gonna make it into a pillow. It's gorgeous.
Maybe you can pop a picture of it in the corner.
Okay, yeah, I'll pop a picture of it somewhere.
I also have an addiction of lamps. By
Yeah.
the way, got this lamp at consignment. Isn't that cool? And I'm always looking for fun little lamps. I found this little elephant lamp because my Roll Tide person, who also said, ew. So I'm going to spray paint it and put it on my desk because I think it's super cute.
Yeah.
So I got a little lamp for $5, and I'll do that somewhere else.
Yeah.
I also, this is going to be hard to see because it's glass, it's clear, and we're in a white wall. But I got this little decanter, and it has etched in 2 ducks flying, and there's a place that is very dear to our house that it has duck theme to it. And so I got this for the duck themed place.
Yes.
The duck theme place. So that's there. So
perfect.
also books, baskets, check patterns.
Yeah.
All
Oh, my
those
goodness.
things. We'll talk about that.
Too soon.
Too soon.
I even read the plan.
Too soon. All right. The next thing. Oh gosh, we skipped it. We missed a spot.
Okay.
We'll rewind.
Gosh. Yeah.
Back to step number 6. Ignore the size labels. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were just on number 8. Let's rewind back to number 6.
7. Or to 7?
To 6.
What did you miss? Oh, okay.
Ignore the size labels. So we were in the extra large section.
Oh, we forgot to talk about. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're in the extra large section,
Mm-hmm.
and we found this. It's gonna cover all of us.
Yep.
It is a large, very large denim
But a very
dress.
non-fitting, just a very loose dress.
Very loose.
Yes.
Very loose.
Yeah.
Has good wood, but well, they're not wood.
No, but they look wood. They're good-looking buttons.
They're good looking buttons. But look at how much fabric this is.
And the color of the denim is perfect for Ava.
Has pockets already. So this is gonna get refashioned, I think.
It is, and it'll be on the channel. I'm gonna make it into a sundress for my daughter.
It's got those nice large panels, so you can do a lot of good cutting and stuff.
And honestly, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna change the neckline, but I'll probably leave all of this sewn together so I don't mess with the button band. I'm gonna do a short on it. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But also, so that was in the extra large section. We kind of were still fiddling around in the dress section, and we pulled out 2 more things. And in our area, We have a lot of Asian Indians. And we pulled out some really beautiful kurtas. And this is tough to see because it's navy, but it has a woven
purple,
it has a woven pattern into it. I'm assuming this is a men's kurta. But it's beautiful. And the nice thing about it is that this is just one big flat piece of fabric.
Yep.
So this is going to get refashioned.
Yep.
Into a sleeveless dress for me.
Oh, wait, was it?
Yeah. She's gonna, whoa. With some elastic around the waist. And I'm not sure what this one's going to become for me quite yet, but I just love the color, love the print.
And I mean, again, this is
the
just
trim on it's gorgeous.
Flat fabric that you can make it into. If it doesn't become into a shirt, it can be lining of something.
Right. It's beautiful.
It's a really lightweight cotton, no pilling, great shape.
Yep. It's beautiful.
Great shape.
Okay.
Great shape. All right, now we're going to revisit number 7 because I forgot to mention I also always check purses. I found this orange.
Yeah.
Ostrich leather purse. I think ostrich leather is kind of cool. Everyone else thinks it's kind of weird, but I think it's really cool.
It's got a cool texture.
And so I picked this up for $6, and I'm gonna incorporate it into my spring. It's not my color, but it can be an accent little piece down by my head.
It looks so good with the teal.
Oh my gosh, it looks good with this outfit.
It does. It does.
Wow. It's like that was purposeful or something.
You think? You think? Okay, so number 7, ignore the size labels. You never know what you'll find.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, number 7 is places you always check purses.
Yep.
Number 6, ignore the size labels. Number 8, don't forget the durable goods. All right, now we're back
on track to number 9.
Number 9, check your electronics and furniture area. Why would you do that?
Oh, why, Jenny?
Well, because sometimes you're gonna find vintage sewing machines.
Oh my goodness.
Vintage sewing tables, vintage irons,
Mangles.
Oh, we did find a mangle. More than once we have found a press.
We found so many presses.
We found more than presses. But when you find these things, this is a clue. This is a clue to look elsewhere in the store for other sewing notions. You might find a sewing basket. You might find some patterns. You might find some yardage.
Yeah.
So always check the furniture and electronics.
I made a reel about this where we went to Goodwill and we found like a sewing machine, and I was like, I gotta check the patterns now. And I ended up finding like 2 or 3 grab bags full of patterns. And then we went over and checked like where all the sheets and tablecloths are. And I found some lovely green yardage, and it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that sewn up.
Working on it.
Finally, this is my last tip, number 10. We made it to the end.
Yeah.
If you are in doubt, get it. Because if you go back, it's probably not going to be there. Also, I should say if it's a reasonable price. If you're in doubt and it's like $35 and you're like, it's either this or pay my electric bill, please pay your electric bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's $3 and you're like, I might do this.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Just get it.
Go for it.
Treat yourself.
The one thing that we have to show with that.
Yeah. So I ran across this fabric, grabbed me, and you'll notice it's a dress. Actually, I washed it, and look, that binding just came right out of there because it's rayon. But this is fine because I'm going to be adjusting this. But it's in 2 different fabrics. You've got camels. Elephants, a beautiful fabric on the skirt, and it's a maxi, so there's a lot of fabric here, and then a complementary fabric on top. So I haven't tried it on yet. I have washed it. Those armholes look really small.
Oh, that was painful.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that I may turn this into a different dress, maybe a fit and flare style dress for myself, incorporating, because I just love the fabric. So treated myself to what were dresses? $5.99?
Yeah.
Something like that just for the fabric, if nothing else, because I'm gonna refashion this into something that I will wear, because it is my colors, people.
It does look good on you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are our tips. Go out, first clean out your closet, pay it forward, make your treasure be somebody else's.
Yeah, talk
treasure.
about the ecosystem. Talk about the thrifting ecosystem.
Like I said earlier, we have some Goodwills that are just so picked over, and it's because people take a lot from the Goodwills, but they aren't bringing anything back. So you gotta bring something back, because otherwise your Goodwill is gonna be, your thrift shop is gonna be empty.
And your house is gonna be full.
Yes.
So it's all about like cleaning out your closet. Maybe it's not a ton of things, but maybe it's like 4 or 5 things that you just really don't wear anymore, or maybe it's something you just moved on from. And those are great things that you can donate, and someone else might find that and be like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And you donating that stuff makes sure that these thrift stores are always full. So people can always go in and find treasures, and you can always go in and find treasures.
Yeah. It's an ecosystem. And it's a great way to keep things out of landfills. I know, we all know that it's not a perfect system, that there's still a lot that gets sent to landfills or other countries sometimes. But in comparison to shopping fast fashion, it is a much better way to go, and you can find some really quality pieces.
Very quality.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. This was a fun week for us.
So fun.
And hopefully next time we're back in your basement.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So on Friday, I'm going to be, I mentioned a little bit on Sunday that I am being sponsored by a sewing machine company. I am getting a Bernina. So I have a local to me sewing machine dealer, Bernina dealer, that is asked me to be an ambassador. So I will be receiving a loaner machine every year for as long as our, commitment is going. But I'm going to pick up my new 770, I think it's a 770, machine tomorrow. So Friday is going to be kind of this was me going down to pick it up. We're going to walk through it a little bit. I'll kind of show you the machine. This will be the machine that you'll be seeing all the sew-alongs on for the next year, which is very exciting. And I'm getting the embroidery unit with it too. So leave me any ideas of things you want to see that revolve around embroidery, because I'm excited to try out some, just some stuff I haven't done on the channel, which is embroidery. So that will be on Friday. Until then though, guys, we hope you get some sewing in, because it is, well, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is cold. This is what we need to be doing. Just buckle in, do some crafting, do something creative. But until then, I will see you guys on Friday. Parker Pondy Sew Along is coming. I just have to now wait until my room is finished. So maybe if not this Sunday, it'll be the next Sunday. Okay, guys, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye.